Five, four. Now I am become death, the destroyer of worlds.
Talking to Joe Varga of Canadian prog metal band Varga, who just released a new album, Enter the Metal. A lot of old school music from albums such as Wargasm back in the late 80s and early to mid 90s. This band knocked everybody's socks off and disappeared, but they're back, better than ever. So Joe, tell me about Varga.
Just four guys from Hamilton, basically just bashing out some metal and creating these epic metal crazy songs.
Yeah, no doubt. Well, I think the Canadians are better at that than anybody else anyways.
Oh, thank you. We pride ourselves on the stuff we've created. So
yeah, very cool. Now, I've seen it everywhere that you guys are influenced largely by prog, so since that has been said by so many people, from your own voice, who were your influences?
Well, I'd say definitely, I don't know about prog. Maybe in the 90s, the stuff we did in the 90s were more streamlined metal.
Right.
And the stuff we're doing now is basically the stuff we started in '89, which is the technical thrash metal stuff. So, if anything, right now, basically, we're in that position again, where we're just basically doing all those songs again in an updated format, sort of thing, and more progressive thrash. So, to answer your question, I would say more old school metal, like Priest and Judas Priest, Iron Maiden, and even to a certain extent, like Rush.
Absolutely. All right.
Yeah.
Now, see, I remember Wargasms and Prototype from back then. You guys sound like you got better, and actually, like you were saying, it sounds like you went back to that.
Yeah, well, the Wargasm stuff for sure. Like a lot of the songs on Wargasms, we redone, and are on our new two releases. Which the first one is Enter the Metal, that just came out now, and that's basically part A. And then in probably March of 2014, that the other half will come out, which is called Return of the Metal.
Oh, okay, awesome.
Yeah.
Now, what got you guys back together after all this time?
It was just a hunch that I had. We all have different lives and different jobs now, but a couple of years back, I just kind of got the guys together and said, "Hey, man, let's have a jam and take it from there." And nothing too serious, just have some fun and crank out some metal. And then I basically came up with the idea that we should re-record all our older material, with today's new technology. Computers but actually old school as well. We actually recorded through an SSL board from Abbey Road Studios.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
You can hear it in the sound, I think.
Yeah. We kind of got that old school analog thick sound, but we recorded still into a Mac. But you can definitely hear that nice thick sound that only an SSL will give you.
Sky so black, except for the lightning bolts that will strike him, running around like a mad scientist.
The opening track, beginning of the end, if that's an old song, I don't know why I forgot it, but holy crap.
Yeah, that's pretty intense.
No, that's off the hook. Metal riffs, tight changes, and scenes. Can you talk about that one? And I mean, because a lot of that in the middle of it, I mean, you do hear like old school, like some Megadeth vibe stuff, and you're like, whoa.
Yeah, it's just basically the majority of our songs are just crazy riffage and vocals and drums and bass and everything. It's just it's more of a unity sort of thing. I think our music from back then and today is more. We pride ourselves on playing a lot together.
Right.
I don't know if that makes sense. Even like the drums and the bass and guitars, and to a certain extent, the vocals are all kind of a force of one sort of thing.
Right.
You know what I mean? So.
You guys were always big north here and into Canada. When are we going to see you guys here in the States, and better yet, Syracuse? Syracuse, we're not that far from Canada.
Yeah, that's right. I've rode through Syracuse many times. No direct plans as of yet for state stuff, but definitely we'll keep you posted on Facebook and our website and stuff. We'll probably get over to the States definitely in 2014. Right now, we just got a couple local gigs we're doing this year in Canada, but I think more so when the second CD comes out is when we're really kind of tour around and get as many dates as possible.
Make that push. Yeah, it's a little different out there nowadays, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a different world, different business. Definitely, we're on these two discs where we did them ourselves. It's all independently financed. There's no big record company behind us this time, so it's like, it's a totally different ballgame.
Thanks for the time today, and is there anything that you want to shout out to the fans out there?
Shout out to the fans. Yeah, stay tuned for Varga, because we're back and we're heavier than ever, and hopefully we can come out and tour around and get it in your faces.
Absolutely, brother. Well, thanks for the time.
Thank you, Dave.
the ingredients, waiting for eruption from the boiling test tubes. A perfect mixture to end his experiments. His personal mission to exterminate all humans.